Can you forgive while you're still hurting? Betrayed, mocked, abandoned, crucified. And yet, from the height of agony, a whisper echoes from the cross. Father, forgive them. This is not just Christ's cry. It's a call to us all. Cool. Even in the midst of suffering. My friend, let us pause for a moment. Let your breath slow down. Let your soul grow still, like a calm lake after the storm. Because today we will revisit a single sentence, one spoken over 2,000 years ago, and yet still echoing today. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It was whispered from the cross, a place where pain met divine love. Imagine a dusky afternoon on Golgotha. The sky hangs heavy. The crowd is loud, and on 3 crosses hang 3 condemned men. One of them, bloodied, beaten, alone, is Jesus, abandoned by his friends, mocked by soldiers, nailed by the very hands he came to save. And in that unbearable pain, He speaks. Not a cry of anger, not a curse, but a prayer. Father, forgive them. Not only for the Roman soldiers, not just for the ones who shouted, "Crucify him," but for all of us, you and me, who have failed and yet are still wrapped in mercy. To forgive is an act of strength, but to forgive in suffering, that is divine. When we are hurt, our instincts cry for revenge, for silence, or for walls around the heart. But Jesus did not flee from the pain. He entered it and turned it into a passage for grace. He forgave. Not after an apology, but before the offender even knew they were wrong. That is love, unconditional, unwavering, holy. Love that does not wait for worthiness. Love that gives, because it is love. Part 3. Forgiveness heals, even without forgetting. When you carry resentment, you are the prisoner of your own pain. But when you forgive, even if the other is undeserving, you set yourself free. Jesus shows us forgiveness is not denial of pain, but an offering lifted up, that heaven might pour out mercy. From the place of shame, grace begins to flow. From silence on the cross, hope begins to bloom. Dear friend, maybe you carry guilt. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe you wounded others in ways you regret. That prayer, Father, forgive them, was not just for that moment in history. It still flows today. It reaches your wounds. You don't need to be perfect to be forgiven. You only need to be honest. And Jesus, the crucified one, is still waiting with open arms. Pause. Look up to the cross. Let those words fall into your heart like rain upon dry ground. Father, forgive them, not just a phrase, but a covenant. A promise born of a love that sees your darkness and loves you still. Closing, soft music fades. The cross is not only a place of death, it is the birthplace of new life. From His forgiveness, you may begin again, and so can I.